Hello everyone and welcome to Online Roulette. Today in this video we are going to discuss about the yesterday videos. Yesterday I posted a video where I told to put 3 units of bets over this dozen, 3 units this dozen and 2 corner from the remaining area with just 1 unit. So as I was playing with $10 bets per unit spin, so this is 30 and 10 and 10 over here, and whenever my total bets will be 80 unit, and whenever I won 10 unit, and whenever I lose 80 units. So my strategy was to double the bets after every losses, so that it will take almost 4 spin to cover the losses. But one of the viewers told me that on my comment section that if I increase the bets 4 times, suppose 80 to 320, by increasing it 4 times, it will take just 2 spin to cover the losses. And it's logical also, because as we have covered 32 number out of 37 from the table, we can't go with that. But the question is whether we have that much of table limit to support our losses. So if we lose 2 or 3 losses in a row, then whether the table limit will permit us to put the bets, that high amounts of bets, because after just one loss it will become 80 to 320, and after another loss it will become much more than 1280. So in just 2 losses the bets will increase tremendously, like from 80 to 1280, and it's quite dangerous if you don't have a bigger bankroll, and also you don't have a sufficient table limits which will allow you to play up to that high amount. But still we thought we should give it a try, as we have plenty of winning chances against very few or 5 losing chances against 32 winning chances. So this is not a strategy, this is an experiment, whether that is possible or not. So for this one I have a bankroll of 4630, and I will go with some initial bets, that is 10 at this corner and another 10 at this corner and 30 at both the dozen. So this is the yesterday strategy. If I own at this area, these are my winning numbers. So my losing number is 13, 16 and 21, 24 and 0. So 5 losing number and 32 winning number, and after a loss I will increase the bets by 4 times. So this is the strategy, and I will try to make some profit. That is the same $100 profit, that is my profit target. So it's a win. So what I'll do, as per my strategy, I just repeat the bets and play until I lose or until I hit the target. But once I lose, I have to increase the bets 4 times. Now you can see the bets is 80 unit per spin. It will become 320, and if I lose again it will become 1280. This is way dangerous than you think, because the bets is mounting so rapidly and so heavily. But still let's give it a try. The only benefit I found in this strategy is that it will just take 2 spin to get you the profit or to cover the losses, against 8 spin in normal cases if you don't increase the bets. And so 4 times you can see 6 has appeared. So it is also possible that you can see here 4 times 6 has appeared. So it is also possible that these 4 number will appear, or the number 0 will appear 4 times. So this is one of the most dangerous strategy if a situation like this will appear. If number 6 is FER 4 times in a row, then that is a possibility that number 24 or 21 or 16, 13 or 0 will also FER 3 to 4 times. But in this strategy, we can't go beyond 2 losing spin, because the bats will mounted so heavily that it's beyond our control. So this is one of the most dangerous strategy, and also you can say this is one of the quickest strategy also, because as much risk you take, the reward is also good. Just let's give it a try. We have started from 4630 unit. Our target is another 100 units, so we have to continue the game until our bankroll will reach 4730 unit. And in between I have to increase the bats 4 times if I lose, and again if I lose again I have to increase it to another 4 times. So if you take bigger risk, then the reward is also big. You know, it's quite simple. If you can take much more risk, then this time it's hit the number 16. That's what I'm telling. This is a losing spin. Now the time to increase the bats 4 times, from 80 to 320. So just repeat the bats, double and redouble. Now you can see the total bats is 320. It will take just 2 spin. I will play only 2 spin with this high amount until I cover the bats. I will don't even think to go beyond 2 spin to make some profit, because if I lose in between, then the losses will so high that it's become almost impossible for me to cover that loss with my bankroll of just 4300. If you have a bankroll of more than 50,000 or 70,000, you can go with this strategy also. But with small bankroll like 4,000 and 80 unit at the initial, it's almost impossible for anyone to cover the losses once you hit 2 consecutive losing spin. So 1 spin I just won. I need another spin to win to cover the losses, and after that I will simply move back to my basic 10 unit spin. So in this strategy I just make some modification, little bit modification, that with high amounts I will play only to cover the losses, not to make the profit. But in the initial, my yesterday's strategy, you can check on the video, yesterday's video, so that you can find that I will stay with that bigger bets until I make the profit. It's number 7. So I just cover the losses. So it's time to move back to be the basic one, 10 unit spin. But I think I should give it a try, as I'm trying, or though increasing the bets 4 times after losses. So just repeat the bets and play. If I hit this spin, then definitely I will make the profit. But the amount of risk I'm taking is too high. Always remember, calculate your risk and play. Don't go beyond your limit. Don't go beyond, and you can't also even go beyond the table limit. So there are 2 possibilities. Either you will hit your limit, which is your bankroll and your risk taking capability, and another thing, I won here. So luckily I won here, but I don't suggest anyone to go with this kind of strategy. So I cover all the losses and make also some profit, but I don't recommend this kind of strategy to anyone, because this is way risky than you think. If I lose at this point, my next bet should be 1280 units, and that is almost impossible for me with just a bankroll of 4700 right now. So I will simply move back to my basic 30 30 10 10 spin. So you can use high amounts of bets, like increasing the bets 4 times just to cover the losses. Never expect some profit from increasing the bets. So let's we have covered the losses, so time to move back to our basic bets. And play. I also suggest you don't go beyond your limit, and what I was telling was your limit and table limit. You can cross your limit by increasing the bankroll. You can push your limit to higher and higher by increasing the bankroll, but you can't push the table limit. Table has also a limit. So never try this kind of strategy in any form of roulette table. In real roulette or physical roulette, the table limit is even low. The lower limit is high and the upper limit is low. You have a range to play. So it's almost impossible in real roulette to increase the bets 4 times after every losses. Even I don't suggest you to increase the bets twice in normal cases if you have a similar number of winning and similar number of losing chances. If you have a chances of winning more than 70 to 80%, then you can increase the bets or double the bets. Otherwise, you should simply increase unit by unit. So even if I lose here, I have to increase the bets 4 times. That is the pity of this strategy. It's number 24. I win here. So just repeat the bets and let's confirm the bet first. Okay. So I don't suggest anyone to do this kind of experiment with their bankroll because it's way risky and you can't handle this much of risk once you lose one. At the initial loss, you may handle the increasing bets, but after second loss, you won't be able to handle. If you have a bigger bankroll, then you can handle 2 losses, but you can't go with 3 losses. As we have seen here, 6 if you have 4 times. This is also a possibility that a single number will hit 4 to 5 times. It's number 33. I won here. So what I will do, I will just repeat the bets. If I won this spin, then I will cover or hit my target of 4730. I started from 4630, and this is the last spin. If I hit the winning side, then I will achieve the target, or if I lose, then again I have to increase the bets 4 times. Even I don't suggest anyone to increase the bets by double after losses. It's number 10 and I make the profit. You can see here the bankroll. It's 47.37. Sorry, 47.37. We started from 46.30, so we make the profit of 107 unit. But still, I don't suggest anyone to use this kind of strategy with their own money because it's way risky than you think. But we just give it a try just because one of my viewers has told me or suggest me to have it or try it at least once. So thanks for watching, and always remember you have 2 limitations: your personal limits with the bankroll and the table limits. And you may push the personal limit to the higher side, but you can't push the table limit. So be within the limit and play a safe game. Thanks for watching. Thank you.